Mzuri sana.
Yes. How are you? So my PS on the average is really someone that this guy.
We are now 20 months away from the August 2027 general election. This remaining period represents the most critical phase for the administration to deliver on the promises made to the Kenyan people under the Better Plan. Kenyans' expectations are higher now more than ever. As leaders, we don't have the luxury of time. In 3 months' time, we will enter the penultimate stage of the administration's first term, which calls for greater urgency in service delivery. Amidst all these pressures, we are alive to the headwinds from the global economy, waning development assistance, mainly concessional resources, geopolitical changes, and uncertainties arising from the ongoing trade wars. As a result, we must become intentional in our external engagements and push for expanded trade and investment opportunities and innovation-led development. Internally, MDAs must intensify their focus, accelerate implementation, and ensure that each program produces visible, measurable results that touch households, communities, and the economy at large. The Universal Health Coverage Program, managed by the Social Health Authority, has positively impacted the lives of millions of Kenyans. The membership of this program has expanded from just 8 million in 2022 to over 27 million in November 2025, representing an increase of some 240%. Additionally, over 6.4 million Kenyans have undergone means testing with an average contribution of Kenya shillings 592. This health insurance is so affordable that 86% of the families pay less than 1,000 shillings monthly. Kenyans are accessing free healthcare in our hospitals. Even though it is real, we cannot shy away from the challenges that need to be addressed to ensure that our goal in achieving universal healthcare is fully met. In education, there have been interventions that have produced remarkable results. The school feeding program, for example, has been a game changer. In 2022, there were 2.2 million learners in our schools, but with the introduction of this program, the number of learners in schools rose to 2.6 million in 2025. Furthermore, we have constructed 23,000 new classrooms and employed over 76,000 teachers. Essentially, this program helps retain learners in school in the affected counties, thus improving the overall transition rate and not leaving anyone behind.
As was mentioned to us this morning, the public participation bill is before Parliament, and the Leader of Majority promised us that they'll be done with it before the end of the year. We call upon you and we call upon everybody to participate in public participation of the public participation bill. It is very important. Because in the last Cabinet Secretaries meeting, the former Prime Minister told us we are doing a lot, but are we carrying people with us? Us as policy makers, we should ask ourselves, where do our policies meet ordinary life? Every day we do regulations, we do policies, but how do they meet ordinary life? It is only when they meet ordinary life that it will make people participate in governance and eventually participate in liberal democracy that we exercise. We have seen what is happening around Africa, and if we don't carry the people with us, especially the young people, in the implementation of our policy, we will have a problem. The NDIC remains the institutional embodiment of unity of purpose, interministerial coordination, and shared accountability in the delivery of Kenya's development agenda. I am aware that through this forum, national priorities are translated into tangible results for citizens, ensuring that government operates not as fragmented units, but as one seamless system working toward a common goal.
We held cabinet, and it was an opportunity to table the critical information. It carries decisions from the first retreat, the second retreat, and outcomes that are expected. Reports are going to be prepared, physical ones, and each and every one.
Your signature, don't just tick. Sign the column for. You're requested to leave.
Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, my cabinet colleagues, please ensure that I have a strategy of summarizing it without losing content and also trying further. So the first slide, if we could just go to the present times. That was 2019. You can see the world economy was, and then it has basically stabilized around 3.6, 3.5, 3.3. Kenya, last financial year, we had a slower economic growth of 4.7%, January to December. So 2024, economic growth was at 4.7%, and you can see each sector, how they are performing. But I want you to we have already statistics for the first 2 quarters, that is half of the year.
In South Carolina.
Where do we look?